name is Kate Bang, and I come from Canada. I was born in South Korea, and I immigrated when I was 8.
Excellent. And what is your creative discipline?
It's visual arts. I'm mainly an acrylic painter. I have made other kinds of work, but my main focus and love is painting.
Excellent, excellent. Can you tell me a little bit about your creative process?
So what I do is usually I create like a visual collage on the computer, Photoshop. However, I've done it with magazines. But at the moment, I usually use mostly photographic reference and collage them together, and I create the pictorial space I need from those images.
Excellent, excellent. What is who or what is your creative inspiration?
So I like to follow a lot of surrealist artists. I don't have the guts to get to that point. Sometimes I dabble further, and I would like to continue being more surrealist, but for some reason my artworks continue to be more staying in the realism realm.
Is there anyone or any kind of thing that you are drawn to for your creativity, for your art?
Giorgio, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the last name.
Right. That's right.
Let me just,
Yeah.
if I type Giorgio.
Yeah. While you're doing that, can you just tell me a bit about the beautiful piece of art behind you?
Oh, yeah. This piece is a Korean market. I have fish in the foreground, Korean melons in the background. This is a dress that I own. And living in Canada, wearing jean is kind of like a regular Canadian wear. And I wanted to kind of showcase, like, even though like this is the outer shell of myself, there is this like whole background of me, and it's not forgotten.
I love that. It's such a striking piece of
Giorgio
art.
de Chirico.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you. Tell me about your how routine. Like, how do you have a routine? Do you paint every day?
I paint almost every day. Usually back at home, I wake up, paint, go to sleep. That's it.
All day, every day?
Well, unless I have other work to do,
Yeah.
but my time is filled with painting.
Yeah. Do you keep it to Monday to Friday or?
No, like every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. That's amazing. And do you find that you need to have rests in between the time that you're painting? Or?
Oh yeah, I have tried to rest, but
Yeah.
I think it stresses me out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm not getting enough work done. So that kind of anxiety pushes me to continue making work when I feel like I need a well-rested day. So thankfully, this space kind of gives me those moments for friends to be like, come hang out. I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah. Do you ever have moments where you're like, I'm not really sure what I'm going to paint next? And
all the time.
And how do you get through those?
I sit in front of my sketchbook and wait and think about elements and what does those elements work with my theme, which is I make works of cultural hybridity, and that is a theme that I've been working with for the past forever. And yeah, that's kind of my process.
I love that. Can you tell me, if you were to meet someone who's just at the beginning of their kind of creative journey, just dipping their toe in, what piece of wisdom would you want to, or pieces of wisdom would you want to share with them?
Trust the process. Practice. It's never too late.
Beautiful.